This Beastmaster build for Last Epoch Season 3 revolves around empowering a single bear companion to deal massive damage through swipe and earthquake. The bear becomes a powerhouse as you scale aspect of the shark stacks, critical strike chance, attack speed, and bleed multipliers. Your own actions fuel the synergy. Using swipe not only heals you, but also builds shark stacks, while Warcry refreshes the bear's earthquake charges, letting it unleash devastating area damage. Maelstrom adds utility by applying Chill and Freeze, which further boosts the bear's output. The gameplay is simple yet impactful. Leap into packs, trigger Warcry, swipe for buffs, and watch your bear tear through enemies with crushing earthquakes. Once optimized, the build shines in empowered monoliths and boss encounters, hitting critical strikes in the hundreds of thousands. Its boss-killing capability is exceptional, and survivability is strong thanks to layers of regeneration, fortitude, and damage redirection to the bear. Clear speed for large packs is respectable, though not as fast as some full minion or die setups, but Earthquake's wide radius keeps it consistent. The strengths of this build come from its enormous single-target damage, late-game scaling potential, and synergy between skills and minion mechanics. It's easy to play and rewarding, especially when optimized, and provides defensive stability through strong passive layers. The main trade-offs are its reliance on key items, the need for well-rolled critical strike and minion stats, and a slightly slower pace when clearing wide areas compared to screen-clearing builds. To get the most from this setup, prioritize Weaver's Amulet with high critical strike chance to push your bear toward consistent crits. Chest and helmet pieces should offer as much minion melee critical chance as possible, and Juror's Gloves are essential for sharing your stats with your bear. Unique boots that grant flat minion damage through Maelstrom synergy are highly valuable, and Idol's boosting aspect of the shark effect dramatically increase attack speed and scaling. While mapping, keep your bear in defensive stance so it stays close and avoids desync. Swap to aggressive mode for bosses. Automating Maelstrom and reducing Warcry's cooldown ensures smooth rotations and consistent earthquake triggers. With these optimizations, the build becomes a devastating endgame option that combines simplicity, tankiness, and some of the highest single-target damage in the game. The Harvest Flay Lich build for Last Epoch Season 3 is a powerful, fast-clearing melee cold damage setup that revolves around combining Flay and Harvest for maximum efficiency. While Flay has been considered underwhelming by some players, this build proves otherwise by leveraging the synergy between these skills, scaling with dexterity, and capitalizing on the flicker-like movement of Flay for both mobility and area clear. The main idea is to use Flay as your clear tool. Its built-in movement and spectral copies make it excellent for traversing maps quickly and efficiently, killing trash mobs. Flay also applies a cold curse that lasts 8 seconds, which you want to keep active for damage buffs and to maintain boots stacking buffs. Meanwhile, Harvest is the single-target powerhouse, doing surprisingly high damage when converted to cold, especially against high HP enemies, which it deals 50% more damage to. You focus entirely on cold melee damage, scaling primarily with dexterity. This not only increases flat damage, but also synergizes with the build's weaponry, notably the Primordial Dagger, which grants flat damage and movement speed per dexterity. Your gear includes essential uniques like Traitor's Tongue, Snowblood, and the standard Doom gear, Ring and Belt. Your boots are crucial for the stacking mechanic and are considered mandatory for full potential. The build uses Reaper form for additional damage, leech, and survivability, but it avoids Reap nodes to focus entirely on maximizing Harvest and Flay damage. You're not dealing with mana problems thanks to the on-hit kill regen and Transplant, which also provides Frenzy and more mobility, enabling you to skip cooldown or mana-heavy mechanics found in other builds. Defensively, it's deceptively durable for a melee build. You get decent dodge, around 37% in high-level zones, leech, endurance, and tanky gear options like the Mountain Chest or Pale Ox. Even without heavy mana stacking or ward-focused mechanics, it remains sustainable and aggressive. Overall, expect a gear-dependent but high-reward melee build with incredible map clear, excellent single-target damage, and a fluid playstyle that combines movement and combat into one seamless experience. Once properly geared, this Flay Harvest hybrid Lich offers a satisfying Flicker Strike-style gameplay loop, fast, deadly, and full of cold-flavored carnage. The Lightning Blast Runemaster build in Last Epoch Season 3 offers a smooth, high-ward, spark charge-focused playstyle that blends simplicity with effective layering of mechanics. It centers around applying spark charges through Lightning Blast, which explode after a short delay to deal substantial AoE lightning damage. These charges scale not with Lightning Blast modifiers, but through intelligence, thanks to the synergy provided by the fragment of the Enigma unique item. Stacking intelligence becomes the core of both offense and defense, affecting damage, ward generation, mana, and cast speed. This build shines as a ranged point-and-click playstyle that's easy to control and understand, but deep enough for optimization. Its gameplay loop revolves around spamming Lightning Blast to apply spark charges, using Runic Invocation to generate ward with Cold Fire Cold runes, maintaining mobility with Teleport, and buffing utility with Frost Wall. Flame Ward is used for strong reactive defense, helping you survive burst damage or boss mechanics. With smart timing and use of cooldowns, the build maintains massive ward, high uptime on haste, and reliable crit scaling for consistent damage output. The setup is especially effective in mapping, thanks to how teleporting applies spark charges in an area, allowing for fast and explosive clears. While not the absolute best at any single aspect, neither peak boss DPS nor top-tier defenses, it excels by being highly balanced, versatile, and forgiving, making it ideal for learning content like Uber bosses or exploring high-corruption monoliths. Gear scaling is important but achievable, focusing on intelligence, crit chance, and ward support through uniques like Twisted Heart of Akeros, Mad Adel, and Prismatic Gaze. Utility from Mantle of the Pale Ox further boosts survivability by redirecting damage to mirror images created on Teleport. Players can expect a fluid, engaging mage experience with strong sustain, intelligent layering of defenses, and a clean, satisfying feedback loop of spark charges detonating in chain reactions. While it demands a few specific uniques, it's highly functional even early into gearing and offers great progression into endgame. Whether you're pushing corruption, farming content, or just enjoying flashy lightning effects and clever ward mechanics, this build provides a rewarding experience with a lot of room for min-maxing. The Ballista Falconer build in Last Epoch Season 3 delivers an aggressive, fast-paced, and highly lethal playstyle focused on turning your Falconer into a mobile turret master. By rapidly summoning ballistas that inherit your own damage stats, you effectively flood the battlefield with relentless projectiles. Each ballista becomes a damage-scaling machine, benefiting directly from your dexterity, intelligence, crit chance, and other modifiers. The result is an overwhelming offense that clears maps at high speed and melts bosses before they can respond. At its core, the build is a zero health point setup, meaning traditional defenses like armor, resistances, and health are completely ignored. Instead, it relies entirely on dodge, Silver Shroud stacks, and evasive movement to avoid death. This makes the gameplay very high risk, but also incredibly rewarding for players who thrive in fast, reactive environments. You're expected to kill everything before it has a chance to touch you, and in most cases, you will. Gear is tailored to enhance turret efficiency and burst potential. Dexterity is the top priority for its synergy with ballista speed and flat cold damage scaling through Morning Frost. Intelligence boosts ballista power via the Tactician node and other interactions. Crucial uniques like Otarian's Stand, Phantom Grip, and Raikwari Nest exponentially amplify your minions' capabilities. Sustain comes from gear that triggers effects on potion use, such as Elixir of Construction, enabling constant damage boosts. Defensively, the build walks a thin line. You survive not by tanking hits, but by avoiding them altogether through stack dodge, Silver Shroud guaranteed dodges, and timing. Mobility is everything, and knowing when to leap, reposition, or drop a smoke bomb is key to staying alive. The Judgment Paladin in Last Epoch Season 3 is a tanky, self-sustaining holy warrior that burns enemies with consecrated ground while healing through the same effect. By spamming Judgment, made cooldown-free with key nodes, you create overlapping zones of divine fire that deal heavy damage over time and keep you alive in the thick of battle. Vengeance sustains your mana, Holy Aura and Symbols of Hope provide passive buffs, and Healing Hands offers extra ward and movement for emergency defense. The build is strong even without uniques, but becomes a monster in endgame with items like Transcriber's Graver, Wings of the Vanguard, and Twisted Heart of Dinaros. Gear focuses on fire spell damage, healing effectiveness, and mana sustain to support constant casting. Idols and Blessings enhance your area damage, ward generation, and core defenses. Expect a smooth, durable playstyle with high uptime, excellent AoE coverage, and strong boss sustain. This build is ideal if you want a powerful, low-maintenance setup that combines damage and survivability in one tight, holy package.